So I don't know if you guys are gonna believe me, but the Tales of Tanorio situation or drama or whatever you want to call it got actually a lot worse. And I want to address a lot of the stuff that was coming at me, because a lot of people were mad at me when I made my last Tales of Tanorio video saying I caused a lot of the hate going to the Tales of Tanorio Discord and whatnot, which is clearly just kind of not true if we really look at what just happened recently. But before we get into all the new info and the new news, I want to talk about all of the old stuff and essentially just the context behind this, just real quickly, so you understand why I'm saying the things I will be saying and just my perspective in general. So initially, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, Tales of Tanorio was supposed to release on the 17th of February. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to release in the summer of 2023, but one of the developers' health issues got in the way of that, so they delayed it to 2024. And the game would go on to get delayed again on February 17th, I'm pretty sure, because the game was just simply not ready, they said, and it had a lot of bugs, such as soft locking bugs where you couldn't progress through the game. But they did reassure us the game would be back very soon, and they actually announced a new release date a few days after that for the next Friday. And then when Friday came, they had to delay the game again because they said the scripter, which is the same scripter with the health issues before, had more health issues and had to go to the hospital, and obviously they need their scripter to release the game. And this is where everybody kind of got mad at SwiftDFG, which was kind of unfortunate, but I do kind of understand to an extent. I made a video on the situation, and in that video I said I probably believe they're telling the truth, but at the same time it would be very convenient as a lie because we wouldn't be able to criticize them, and at the same time I wouldn't put it past any Roblox developer, just because how this platform works, for them to fake a hospital or something like that to get out of a situation like that where they need more time to fix bugs. Like, we've literally seen Roblox developers do similar things in the past, so obviously I'm gonna mention that it is a possibility. And a lot of things at the time just simply didn't add up, and now it's even more things from then that don't add up now. Like, for example, in that message they made it seem like the game was pretty much done and he just had to click like one or two more buttons and the game would be released, but obviously he couldn't do that from the hospital. And that did make a lot of sense at the time, but now if we look at it in hindsight, it's been a few weeks after even that and we still don't have the game, so I don't exactly know what's going on there. But if I'm being completely honest, it sounds like the game would have got delayed no matter what. If he went to the hospital, if he didn't go to the hospital, it sounds like they just needed a lot more time than they said. And I also want to re-clarify, in that original video I wasn't saying he wasn't in the hospital or he was lying or he was telling the truth. My point was I don't know, and it could be either, and there was no way for me to realistically know. Now if we was living in a perfect world, we could just trust his word completely, but at the same time obviously this isn't a perfect world, so I'm just gonna give you guys an honest perspective of what I really think. Now to be fair, I could have just lied about my opinion and a lot more people would have probably been happy, but at the same time I feel like if I just lie about my opinions, that's gonna ruin my value of my opinion and the whole purpose of it. Now the main reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of people blamed me and other Roblox anime YouTubers for all the toxicity in the community right now, or specifically the Tales of Tanorio community, and they essentially used us as a scapegoat if I'm being completely honest. And I think with all the new drama, you could see I didn't make a video on it, I didn't see a lot of other YouTubers make a video on it, but clearly the community is just feeling away because of the actions that are being taken by the developers and the staff. Even in my situation, I wasn't the first person to say he could be faking it or it is a possibility he could not be telling the truth. And that's part of the reason I didn't immediately make a video on the new Tales of Tanorio news, because I wanted to see how the community reacted before I actually said anything, to see how the community actually was just gonna react. And if you guys haven't seen, without any influence from me or anything, the community is not liking the new changes. But let me actually talk about them so you guys can understand what I'm saying. So Tales of Tanorio announced that they're gonna be launching a content creator demo. Now essentially they're gonna release a portion of the game to content creators, I assume to build up hype for the game again, because obviously the game lost a lot of hype after all the continuous delays. And then they said their plan was at the end of the demo to put the actual release date for the game. Now as you guys can imagine, as a player, you're hearing this after you just got like 3 delays in a row, and you're like, you were expecting to get a release date for your part of the game, and now you gotta wait for the content creators to play, and then you're gonna get a release date which might even be a few weeks after that possibly. Obviously the community was not gonna be happy to hear this. I don't know how the Tales of Tanorio team thought they were gonna be. I've seen a lot of people just say they're out of touch with the community, and I'm not gonna go that far, but I definitely see what they're saying. What I really think's going on is they're clearly just not ready to release the full game, so they're trying to look for things to essentially stall the release of the game but keep the community happy, and they thought this was the way they were gonna do it. Now what I will say, which if it's true sounds a little weird or a lot weird, is that apparently they held a poll for this idea for a CC demo, and apparently according to a lot of people in the comments and in the community, this poll did exist and a lot of people were voting against having a content creator demo. So what allegedly happened, I didn't see it myself, so I'm not gonna say it 100% did. They deleted the poll and then they just announced that they were gonna be doing the CC demo. And I've seen a lot of people just say they're tired of the lies and excuses, they're getting worse and worse, and there's just no transparency. And mind you, this is all before any YouTubers made any content, so there was no outside influence on this, and it was so bad that they actually had to cancel the YouTuber demo. And after they canceled this and the community backlash happened, the owner, or one of the owners, and the scripter that has the health issues actually stepped down from being a decision maker or an owner. He said he's still going to be working on the game as a scripter, but he's not going to be making decisions anymore because he feels like he's not able to, or he's not good at making them or something. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't think people really wanted him to step down. They just want to actually see progress. I mean, if he feels like there's no way he can be part of the decision making and whatnot, I mean, I understand why he's stepping down, but I don't really understand announcing it like this. I feel like all people want is transparency and honesty around the actual state of the game, if the game is actually possibly coming soon or it's not, because it really just doesn't seem like the game is going to be able to come anytime in the near future. But at the same time, they keep telling us now it can come soon, it can come soon. Oh, we're almost finished pushing this is the final version, and they're kind of giving us signals like the game could come very soon, but their actions are clearly showing that it's not coming soon. But honestly, how do you guys feel about the state of Tales of Tanorio right now? Do you guys still think we're getting it in the near future? Because I honestly can't tell you, but I will keep you guys updated on all news that they do drop in the future, so definitely hit the like and subscribe button if you're interested in that. I appreciate y'all for watching. Love y'all. Later.